Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new episode of Gupta, in which we plan on making some interesting moves, particularly towards the east, towards the lands of Bengal and the Shantideva Kingdom of Kamarupa. As my brother Maharshi continues his ongoing war with the Nepalese, which is a big mistake on his part. But then again, he's what I would call half-brother, half-wit. And he wants to kill me. Which I could arrest him right now, but it'd be a waste of time. But I can't underplot either, so he has no power here. Oh yeah, he's an apostate. You can go ahead and kill him. But I was looking something up on the claimants. It's like knowing that in the future we have to fight a subjugation war against Bengal, but we can't do that because they are of a Han culture, which means it's not allowed. I mean, this is our ally. Look, for example, rulers of Indian religions can subjugate each other for 500 karma if they are from the same culture group, as in Indo-Aryans. And the Kingdom of Bengal used to be ruled by Indo-Aryans, particularly the Bengali culture, the culture that we belong to. But, however, there is somebody, as I look at the line, it says it's Agnata Gavalkine. That person who's fourth in line, Vakapala. Vakapala is currently living in seclusion because of this ongoing local epidemic of camp fever in the area that's affecting both Bengal and the capital of Kamarupa. So we could still invite this man in, but his opinion's got to be greater or equal to 1. So I'm gonna need him because he's rather important to me. Because here's the grand plan. We're gonna invite this man in, and when he does come in, we will push a claimant war for Bengal to put the Rajkumar into the throne here. And then after that, then we'll subjugate them while their kingdom is at its weakest, and they will all become vassals. And then we'll turn our attention to the Shantideva Kingdom, which it's already in play. Yes. So now, as we said, he's zealous, cruel Buddhist, but that's the reason why he doesn't like me. So it's not only he has a title claimant, as he has a strong claim on the Gupta Kingdom because of who his father was, Gopala the Young, former enemy and turned friend of my father, Rajkumar Nirgrantha Rajaganesha, the champion, who now resides in Rajrapa, the capital of the monastery of Jharkhand. It took me a while. As he's 79 years old is my father, will soon be turning 80 this coming June 24th. Here's what I have in mind. As I said, I'm going to invite him in. We're going to send him a bit of money. That's one. But there's another way to make him like me even more. I need to give away one of those books. Particularly a quality 3 book, because look at the difference. The quality of the said artifact increases the opinion. So I'm going to give this book away. And then after his opinion's up, then we'll invite him to court. So as I said, put him in, fire war against Bengal, to put the parliament in, to kick out the Chinese off the throne, as that man is still suffering from camp fever, but it's a mild one. And he doesn't seem to be having a treatment. But unfortunately he has death's blessing. Rumor has it that death in the form of a young maiden visited this character by accident in a dream, or visit due to this character's politeness, decided to bless them with fortune and good luck. So they say, of course. Among the living, the truth of the matter might never be truly known. I don't know what's going on in that man's mind, but He lives a pretty healthy lifestyle. Not to mention he's got children of his own. So this part of the Bala dynasty is now using Han names. Well, we want to put an actual Bengali man into the throne, and then soon after declare a subjugation war to fight against them. But the question is, when? But look at their forces. They are very strong and will continue to get stronger unless we deal with them soon. Because they have a lot of land. They got a lot of money, which sooner or later he's going to have to spend it on a building or something. In other words, he's not afraid to hesitate that if we declare war against him, he's going to bring mercenaries. So we'll get mercenaries too in the future. You know, I'll be spending a little bit of money. Now, as for the Shantideva Kingdom of Kamarupa, fortunately there is somebody already here in the Gupta Kingdom. Not any of them, but one in particular. Devavati, who has a weak claim which can be inherited by his successor. Which again, she currently resides in Gogi, who is a concubine to Kahala the Accursed, who born these two children. 3. This one, who serves as the commander of Toshali, who is married to another commander of Toshali and will be the heir of the Balmakara Raj. Yeah, the Raj of Toshali. Adds a bit of interest here with the connections and such. And then there's Kumara Devi, 18 years old, much younger. That one I'm more interested in. I mean, whenever she passes, and then she's going to have that claim to the Pala Kingdom. I mean, excuse me, the Kamarupa Kingdom. Now, unfortunately, she's already married. But if only somebody were to get rid of him. I mean, I would. Because, you have any idea where she resides now? She is in the monastery of Jharkhand. One of the courtiers that, for some reason, decided that these two took up residence here. Maybe he got there first. Because the House of Mana. Oh, they came from there. So brought her here. You know, I actually told Sukhdev to surrender to my father, and now he was in prison, but then they released him, and now he resides here, despite the fact that he's a devoted Jain. Well, I don't think he's that devoted. I thought he would be the member of the Sravaka-Samgha. Yeah. Though we could get rid of him, and then after we assassinate him, I want her to marry me. Yes. Her. Because here's the reasons why. She's not a Jain. She's a, well, Hindustani, but in actuality she's half Hindustani. That's where the dynasty and culture came from. And the mother was Assamese of the Malacha dynasty. The Assamese are the natives of the Kingdom of Kamarupa. As you can see, the culture, that's where they come from, even though Bengali culture has been important over the last few. Well, we're not necessarily trying to say that we're trying to preserve Assamese culture, but it's a way to oh, it's someone like her. And plus, you could tell she's Assamese because it looks quite different from, you know, compared to this other man. But still, she's attractive, she's tall, and she's a Shaktiist. You know, Shaktiist plus Grayments, very fertile. Even though she's kind of boring and she's ignored religious authorities. Doesn't anybody? But anyways, so, I mean, her grandfather was the Maharaja. So, there's connections. But I want her to marry me, despite the fact that my wife here is my lover and empowered spouse. But I am starting to be convinced because that chase trait kind of slows the chance. So if I want to divorce her right now, I could spend it on it. That would also mean I would have to subsequently break up with her. And also would end a non-aggression pact with Hastinapura, which they used to have a Raj, but now they become a Thikana. So we don't need that in our conscience. But yeah, might as well. Even though it's supposed to be spouse focused, but it's a controversial move. So I have divorced her, and I will break up with you. And if you got a problem with that, we're gonna duel. But still, even though it's not good to duel against women because it would call me uncivilized and lose purity, and this would violate the Jain doctrine of Ahimsa. So no need to take it out on her. No, don't do that. You're much honorable than that. Plus, I am still suffering from an infection and depressed, and I will remain unmarried until, well, despite my lack of intrigue skill, but if I ever get over my depression and the infection, maybe I can stand a better chance. How's it going, Father? That man needs to be rid of. His intrigue's very low. And since he isn't since he was an enemy, so I doubt homosexuality had anything to do with it, because we tolerate them here. And taking him on in a fight, no good. And plus, what do they think of him? If I search wrong, I thought it would be of Jharkhand. No, he's not well liked. Not well liked at all. Even if you do get rid of him, at least these 2 books will be going to the father for his personal library. And plus, he also inherited the beautiful calipers. If only he has tongs, calipers and tongs, to make something. I mean, my father isn't a lunatic. Calm down. Calm down, will you? So we have plans set in motion. Okay, just skipped a few days, just for starters. Knowing that I'm not going to expand any personal domain territory, so should build that war chest. And so, Vakapala, now that you appreciate me more, invite you to court right now. I will approach Vakapala in order to politely invite him to come to my court. He served me using his best skills to further our common cause, and I'll need to pay the travel expense to the very least. What is that paltry sum given the service I can assure? I need to decide what more to offer. So, pay, besides 15 gold needed to expand the pay for the travel of Vakapala should be accepted. I may offer him additional prestige. That's what I'm going to do. Regarding my recent invitation, I need to decide how much prestige I'm willing to say to Vakapala, on top of 15 gold needed for the payment of the voyage. So I would spend it on that prestige, but He's not greedy, not trusting, not diligent, nor ambitious. But he does have a very high opinion of me, and he doesn't think much of his liege. He doesn't have any of those traits, so this should work. And don't forget, with this extort subjects, we can extort the money if we need it to get mercenaries. Glad you have many friends and no rivals. As I've said, strongly considering getting rid of him. So yeah, that man needs to watch his back. Because I so want to marry her. For political reasons. Rajaganesha approves because he doesn't like. And a few others too that are willing to back that plot. I'll send my spy master to build a spy network in Rajrapa. Can I believe that my father is the resident of... He's the Nirgrantha, you know? Rajkumar, Nirgrantha, you get the idea. While meanwhile we're training troops. To my future liege, Rajendranarayan. It was a great honor that I received your invitation. I'm pleased to inform you I stand ready to move your court. Looking forward to serve you up to the best of my capabilities. For my success in mostly your august glory. Alright, excellent. He's here. You can get out of seclusion now. You're not in diseased territory. Thank you. Right. You may be a zealous Buddhist and cruel, but you are very important to me. So consider yourself welcome here. And with your good martial, as you are strong and you're a formidable fighter, I'm going to make you one of the commanders as well. You are going to help me with, you know, what's this? There you go. Some of the best commanders that we have on the job. But as far as preparations is concerned, that yes, we are outnumbered, but I mean, they have double the size. And even though he has camp fever, which is 4, but it's offset by being skilled fighter, health bonus, mild illness. What the heck else? Dev's blessing. Yeah, he has more health, despite the fact he hasn't had any treatments. Oh, and a hunting focus, so I think that's probably just really offset, so he'll live. He'll definitely live. Well, meanwhile, we're trying to get rid of this one guy. Even the spy master's on board. Since he is a courtier and not landed, and he's a known murderer, is he? Who did he once kill? Once killed a Greek Jain for whatever reason. Probably had personal issues. And I guess that's why Rajaganesha is trying to persecute. So. Yeah, you're definitely in. So we need a real expert here. Kill Sukhdev. Make sure you leave no traces. And then she's mine. I don't desire not only her beauty, but it's for political reasons. Because whenever she passes, then The next weak claim will go to these two, particularly Kumara Devi. She's the important one here. Not to mention Shaktis. Or that man is a homosexual, so... Oh, homosexual and chaste, so that makes it highly unlikely for them to have any children until we get rid of Sukhdev. Yeah, I got it. Even though we plan on going to the war soon against the Bengal, there's another thing I'm concerned about behind us. And that one is also going to grow ever stronger in the future, as it's led by a man with martial education. And he's having combat intensive training like I do. So, we will sway him and improve relations just to make sure they don't attack us from behind. He doesn't have enough karma to start a subjugation war against us. So we'll think about that. Maybe as a potential ally, a second ally, as an alternative to Toshali, because we can't guarantee how long that man is going to be around, since he has no heir, different dynasty, and so on and so forth. Especially that they have a pack of Kamarupa, which would complicate things. But keep in mind that the alliances, how they work in the Dark Ages mod, they're all negotiated. There's no such thing as marriage alliance, so you can't just kill somebody's spouse just to end the alliance. No, they all have an expiration date. So things are different around here. So, and I believe we should start that war right now, even though we're not quite at full strength. Not quite 4,000 strong. And knowing the geographical location, that if we try to assemble the army here in Magad, that I believe it would be best to assemble at Rajrapa. So we will move a rally point from Magad and assemble at Rajrapa, which is a, let me see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, Rajrapa is technically sort of the halfway point between Magad and Viraja, which is where, which is the capital of the Raj of Toshali. So, in the start of hostilities, the armies will assemble here in Rajrapa, and we'll make a stand here. Or they will come against us, and we have to hold a line here in Rajrapa. Not to mention, this has jungle terrain, so it'll be to the defensive advantage. Now to do something controversial once again. I have to extort subjects. Yeah, I hate to do this, but there's more money in this. As my men load the wealth of the Darasov on Narapuri on the several Rakins, I was approached by a rainy group of clergymen. Apparently they're not too happy about me seizing their valuable idols. They claim I'll be punished by the punishers if you cannot justify this blasphemy. The punishers be damned. Wealth does more good in my coffers. Yes, I've ignored the religious authorities for 4 years, and we become rivals, even though you don't contribute much of anything. Plus, you're a bad person, so for once, yeah, it's a good thing we had to plunder it here. So we're rivals now. Well, you have to register today just to make it official. We need the money because it's for mercenaries. In which I also may have to get a small loan for the upkeep of the said mercenaries. So originally we were going to wait a few months and let things go, but they're going to grow stronger each day. They'll be close to 7,000 strong. They have enough money to hire mercenaries, and we're going to have to hire mercenaries too. The disease is still ongoing, so him and his best commanders in his court, are not going to be out there. So it would be good to get a first strike on them. We'll get them to come over here, defend in Rajrapa jungle. We'll defeat their large armies, which will probably be by luck. And then we'll advance towards the capital in Lakshmanavati. And from there, Vakapala, the zealot here, he will take the throne. But he doesn't know my ultimate plan, the subjugation of Bengal. He doesn't know that part yet. So he's going to be a puppet king of sorts, that we're going to put him there, and then we're going to subjugate the whole lands entirely. And then this plot, ongoing plot, to kill Sukhdev, which even my father backs, despite the fact that he is a man of peace here. Once I get rid of him, I will marry Kumara Devi as my queen, as my Maharani. And then when we rebuild our strength here, then we'll go to war against the Shantideva Kingdom to put her on the throne whenever his mother passes, inherited by successor as it goes to. So, and then when we put on the throne, we have a Gupta son or daughter that will one day inherit all of these areas, and then we'll turn south into getting the rest of them by any means. And that will eventually lead to the creation of the Bengal Empire. What a grand plan this is going to be. Alright, now that we reviewed all those plans, let's begin. Claim Bengal. Vakapal, the zealot. Now, Father, why do you say that? There's an ongoing thing I will want to focus on. And same for you, Chancellor. One's my friend, the other's my steward. Why are you different? This war is against a religious enemy, Buddhist. That's what I meant. You say that because you're a Hindu, as you are my marshal. And Kiri Singh, you say adapt a big. You don't think much, he'll just go with it. It's swayed by the diplomacy rating of other voters. It's like if they say yes, then he's like, well then I'll say yes. Huh. So, in other words, 5 yes, 2 no. Even though you're against this idea, Father, because I understand. You are a man of peace, you're Raja, and I praise you for that. I know that war is a dirty business for you, but... And you would want to, wish to live the rest of your life in peace as the Nirgrantha of Jharkhand. But we need you, because you are one of the best commanders that the Gupta Kingdom has to offer. Your military acumen is without equal. You have been in a many-duel experience. You were the Grand Champion, and you retired as Grand Champion. You still have a role to play. This war that we're about to fight on, this is going to be your last war. And once this war is over, you can retire in peace. What I mean is, that I will, at least you can live in peace for the rest of your life until you're passing. So you can go be with the Tirthanankaras, with Lord Mahavira, and all that. Right. Let's begin. Gotta call them into this war because they got good numbers, so this should even the odds a little. While we'll be assembling in Rajrapa. It's gonna take a while to bring everybody en masse here, but We're not gonna get everything from him because of my stupid brother. And since he hates me, he's not gonna contribute any levies to this war. In fact, he lacks of them because he spent it all against the Nepalese conflict. And very few are gonna come from the Cheri Raj and the Kumanchal Raj. But at least close to 500 will be contributed from this monastery. Even though it doesn't have much buildings because it has seen some strife. Why haven't you spent your money on this sort of thing, Father? I get you're paranoid, but sooner or later your paranoia will be gone away. As I said, you're very capable, despite your advanced age. You've been in many duels, back in your old Hindu days. And when things get desperate, we'll get the marshal. And plus he's a siege leader. So, and remember, hire mercenaries when it's necessary, which will be very soon. They're going to assemble in Galda. We wait for the answer. All right. Plan. Assemble in this army here, quickly as you can. While training combat techniques, I suffered an important injury. The time taken to recover will cause a setback in my training schedule. Fortunately, no infection happened as I'm already infected, but now I'm wounded, so... yeah. But again, I'm a trained fighter. The combination of infection and depressed. But I'm a ruthless commander because we want to win. I tried my best to get rid of depression, but no avail. So, time's on me now. Vivek Jumilat has let everyone know about my plot to kill Sukdevmana in the drunken, stupid local tavern. I should never include that drunken blabbermouth. Because he's gluttonous. Son of a... Plot is revealed. Why, you childish, greedy man. The decision himself. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that loan sooner or later. He hasn't hired mercenaries yet. But we'll get him if need be. Military reforms. Against the will of the ever-conservative religious authorities, the great Narasimha, my marshal, has been planning vast changes on the way my troop movements are staged and determined. Better equipment will be assigned to them, a logistics system will be implemented, and if these plans come to fruition, I expect a significant increase of military tech in my domains. This is why I mean I need to get a loan. So I could get more mercenaries. Martial reforms. Faster movement speed. But we already have a man who knows how to get troops moving fast. And that's him. We already have someone like him, so I don't need to spend the money, so... I'm not the one footing the hill, it's footing the bill. They're still assembling. Oh. Are you sure they hired mercenaries? Because I don't remember seeing 7,000 of them this fast. But they're on their way here. fact, get the mercenaries right now. I'm not confident about this. The ideal one would be Outlaws of the Marsh. Because a lot of pikemen, a lot of heavy infantry. Defending in jungles, it benefits a lot to the infantry. So we need to be infantry intensive. You know what? You're right, Rajendranarayan. You'll take the center. I will take this flank. I need fodder over here. Stop hunting apostates. We need you here. You will have this flank. Actually, since you're the expert on the use of war elephants, you should take my flank. But it's not fully assembled, so some are still on their way. There's a few more elephants coming. And more. So it's official then. Outlaws of the Marsh will be the mercenary band to have. But they must get here quickly. So we will appoint Rajendranarayan, who has the way of the tiger. Because they're coming over here. It's a massive force. As I said, I'm not confident about this. And we're going to take a loan. Small loan. Possibly medium. We'll take a medium when it's necessary. Plot power is high enough. He knows the plot, but she doesn't know. So all we need is just mercenaries to get here fast. The army has not finished assembling, and then they'll be on their way here towards Rajrapa. So we'll just have to rely on our own grit to fend off this large army here. You're on time here. Yep, they are definitely coming here. There's a lot of light and heavy infantry in this army, so it's mainly infantry intensive. And based on those, the army uniforms, these are all Indians, no mercenaries, because where did they get 1,000 more? But he hasn't spent money on mercenaries yet, but I did, because I'm not confident that we're badly outnumbered here. No, no, no. You take this center. Fodder on his flank. I'm staying here. He's the one with the elephants. And plus, he's an unshakable leader, so he'll fight much better in the defense. And he's an attack elephant leader, which will add more morale damage to them. So he's the one that's going to put the hurt on them. While the mercenaries, the battle is to begin on the 18th. They'll be in Gaya on the 13th, and then they'll take their turn towards Rajrapa. And as morale increases, then it's also going to decrease the time of arrival. In other words, they'll be here faster when their morale's up. And we'll receive a few more reinforcements. And during the course of this battle, the Maharaja, Raj, they have to get here fast. So I'm willing to put a gamble on here, as This is why I said assemble here in Rajrapa. Light infantry attack and defense will be improved on. Especially the defense of the pikemen and the archers, which is mostly heavy infantry that's going to do the work here. But light infantry, pikemen, and archers are much more important here in the jungle, which there's almost no shortage of it. And then when the mercenaries come here, this will be a difference maker. Anybody who is not a sub-commander will be assigned there. Jayapala, you're here. Okay. Vakapala, you're not assigned here, so support my father. He's very important to me. Not to mention you get the command over all of these. And yes, the mercenary captain can come too. They called him the Winged Tiger. So again, it'll be here on the 18th. It's a long way to move this mass body of troops over. And more are coming. Movement is locked. The battle will begin on the 18th. They're going to be here on the 12th. And they're going to be here on the 17th. So everybody will be assembled here by then. So we need to slow down here so we can understand who's has the flanks covered. There's the mercenaries, which they'll be here late this month. At least for now, until morale increases, then thus it'll increase their movement speed. They will be in Kijankota on the 18th, and then it's going to take... And during this course of battle, it's probably going to be too late for them. Because you know how sending a message to accept the call to arms, and it's going to take a while to respond, and then have it. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if we can actually defeat a lot of their infantry. Flanks are still here. On the 12th, 17th, battle begins on the 18th. God damn it, no. Put them here. 15th, 16th. They're going to be here on the 29th now. 17th. Okay. Last time. You are in the center. And my father will be on this flank. I only have a command of one elephant here. This is the best that we can assemble here. Even though technically I have the best, martial skill compared to my father. But my father has more combat experience than any of us. And the mercenaries will be here on the 29th, if not a few more days. Which is going to happen during the critical part. So yes, we're badly outnumbered right now, but they better get here and save our skin. And as the battle begins, I don't know which way is the fastest to you, but please help. We have to hold the line in the jungle. Defend Rajrapa. And if we can defeat them here, but who is this? Bekshuni Quina. Who's this? The one who's taking command. This is the one leading the army here. Attractive, charitable, envious. There's some comments go. And Ralph, here's some comment. Even though she's trying to learn how to reject hate. Not that important. So she's the one that's going to be leading the troops, because the other potentially good commanders, including himself, is still in seclusion. That's the reason why we had to start a war right now. If we wait another year, this fever would have gone off and he would be taking command. Look at his martial skill. Kinda don't want that in our conscience here. But if things get desperate, we'll get another loan and hire another group of mercenaries. Likely one of the Indian mercenaries. Alright, this is it. We have to hold the line until mercenaries arrive, and if we can hold out longer, for at least a month, they're going to be here too. It's led by Maharaja. Who's he? Is he a vassal of yours? Somebody from your court? Yes, him. Capable fighter and commander. He'll do. And she's coming along with him. Very well. Even though some of us here are Jains, while you are a Hindu, as you are a follower of the Shakti, well, you better praise the Mother Goddess right now, because I know that my father wouldn't want to be out on the battlefield as much as he wants to live in peace, but we gotta stick together. And I do mean everybody. You are a respected commander because you have served under me and my father in previous conflicts before. But there's another man I need to bring him here. Narasingha, come over here. He needs to back me up on this. Help me with this. Because I believe that each of these sub-commanders will try to make a difference. Everybody must play a role. But if the left flank, if my father can hold them here with his elephants and his two sub-commanders, very capable men, my father will be the difference maker of this battle. Although their numbers are great, but we ain't afraid. And received word that they have indeed hired mercenaries. Who they are exactly? The Tortoise Company, bringing in more infantry and some light cavalry too. Whereas we hired Outlaws of the Marsh, which is more emphasis on light, heavy, and pikemen, suitable for jungle fighting. So that means we're going to probably be seeing them as well. But the mercenaries are still there in the capital. They have not joined the battle. This is all of their professional and levies that they've sent at us. They have, I'm trying to do them up here. They have 81 war elephants that they'll be bringing to here. Whereas we have 49. Less. But more will be coming if we can just hold them. And a small number of reserves coming from the Chetty Raj will be here at a much later time. During battles begin, they'll be in Jharkhand. Everybody's going to play a role here. We'll be strong together. The battle has begun. They are indeed sending reinforcements this way. There'll be a couple of more coming in 2 days, and another in a week's time. Reinforcements will be arriving. The forces from Chetty Raj, the vassal levies of the Chetty Raj, will be here on the 15th. They're going to be here on the 28th, which will be the same time as they I've thrown everybody over. That's Chinese uniform. How many Chinese mercenaries did they hire, or did they really split them up? Oh, wait a minute. You know, he's of odd Chinese culture, so they all look like that, of their armor and all such. So, this is the mercenary group. This is their military. They're professionals. But here's the initial tactics. What do we got? It's just her right now. If we can kill her, or capture her during this battle, they will lose organization. The mercenary captain has not arrived on the scene yet, so we have the advantage due to their lack of commanders, as they have performed a failed shield wall tactic, a failed volley tactic on their end, while I'm giving them devastating pike square tactic, which is a bit so-and-so. On the center, giving them devastating volley tactic. Next tactic will be changed in 2 days, which another 600 will be arriving here. And my father is doing a devastating shield wall tactic. And as you can see below, the next tactic change in the next 2 days. See the chances of that happening on each of these. And I have a pretty good chance that I might do devastating tactics against them. Well, the big shooting formed a shield wall tactic. 2 days later. It's not the 20th yet. Now they arrive. Now we got 1 week later, so they got fresh reinforcements. We are taking less casualties, which is a good sign. Regular shield wall. Regular shield wall. It's still under skirmish. Are you sure that's all, everybody? Yeah, it's just her. For now. And they're not going to be here until much later this month. They're going to be in Munda in the 5th of June. And I think during the critical point of this battle, they could be the difference makers. Hold the line. With this opportunity to prove my mettle in combat, this has opened my eyes as a true potential as a warrior. My personal combat skills are improving. May the Tirthanankaras guide my heart, hand, and steel, even though a real Jain would never say that. So the 28th, last of their regular forces will be arriving here. And on that same time, the reinforcements will be here, which will definitely make a difference. And then those more mercenaries that they'll be coming here to continue the battle. And then friendly will be coming here. So Raj Rapa, this battle on. What battle is it exactly? Kenduli. Kenduli is going to be the name of the battle. But keep in mind, I'm coming in a depressed, infected, wounded man. But my health is improved because I live a lifestyle of a Dingambara Jain. But I hope one day, if there's an opportunity for a duel, stay away from it. Because a single blow could kill me. Let's go. Deceitful. Deceitful. Now it's time. We're still skirmishing on this right flank as they fail to harass us. Devastating closing advance tactic by the Jain Aryan. The next unit is going for a failed advance tactic. They're taking no casualties, but they're taking severe casualties with this fall tactic. Father's gone for devastating stand fast tactic. Failed closing events on that flank. More reinforcements have arrived to back us up. And then here they come. Meanwhile, Watching the animal pens outside Rajrapa gave me an idea how to deal with Sugdamana. Concentrated manure can be a very explosive substance. If enough is gathered in a single place ignited, the blast could prove lethal. My co-conspirators will procure the necessary manure. So, you could say yes, there's a huge battle going on in Rajrapa. Well, again, we may have the upper hand here, but more will be arriving. I think we can hold him. We can hold him here in this jungle. Well, you could say everybody in Rajrapa was probably watching the battlefield from a distance, but we could say for this man here, it's just the animal pens. Oh, we were thinking during the battle. It's like, I got an idea. Meanwhile, devastating harass. The center is broken. We got it. But I'm still having a hard time on this flank. Somebody help me. Are they truly coming here? Friendlies will be here on the 20th from Toshali. And enemy mercenaries will be here on the 4th of July. July 4th. They're going to be losing all organization here. But they're not stopping. Battle is over. 3, 2, 1. Movement locked. Hold the line. We got more coming. Great work. Great work, men. We took less than 2,500 casualties. 250 casualties. Less than 250 casualties on our end. Most of which were of light and heavy infantry, which did the bulk of the fighting during the melee phase. And due to the defense of the jungle, the mercenaries, and talented commanders, we really gave them a beating. All their heavy infantry gone. Well, now we're about to face mercenaries on 1st of July here, because we got another battle here in Rajrapa coming up. We did not capture or kill any of their commanders. Plus, now that everybody's here, I think the mercenaries should stay a separate unit. Come over here. To your places. Because of this battle, he has become a distinguished commander. Thank you. And father here? Well, he's currently learning, so his marshal's going to be down for a bit. He's studying during this critical time. But who are we to question him? He's a legendary commander. He knows what to do. We have the numbers now. And he didn't get involved in any duels either. Well, your 80th birthday's coming up, so at least you're gonna be... We're gonna be celebrating your birthday, your 80th birthday, in peace. And then, friendly reinforcements will be here. They'll be here on the 20th, 25th, and 26th. For all the forces of Toshali. The mercenaries are not stopping, so they are unaware that the enemy's lost this battle and they can't stop. They're committed now. They are in for a world of hurt here. Very good. And don't forget about the assassination that we're about to do. 20th, the first. We may have to get another loan if this keeps up. Yeah, that's very expensive. doesn't help with the appalling stewardship. Wait a minute. Hey! What are you doing? Come help us. You're fired from the council. Collect taxes. That'll slightly increase. Every man matters. Put you in here. Again, most of these sub-commanders are going to go to my father. Not because of his advanced age, it's because this is the most important flank. Oh boy. We got a very bad drought here. This is a bad place to be fighting in. But there is a pleasant spring over there, but it's already about to expire, so after this battle, we're going to go to Radha and secure it here, and then we'll head to the capital as soon as the disease goes away. This is not a good place to defend because there's a drought here. A drought in the jungle. Success! Sukhdev perished in a manure explosion. There is no trace of complicity to be found amongst the rubble. He went out with a bang. Well, you got your books. Your late birthday gift. And this is the other. Yes, your late birthday gift, Father. But now, battle's about to come up in 2 days. Is she still here? Kamara Devi. I'm sorry about what happened to your husband. Come on. Will you marry me? I know Father would approve. Yes, of course. Yes, I have an affection, I'm wounded and all that, but I need your help. Because you are important to me politically. And I'll hear your answer during the next battle. Is it? Will not be in the best interest. She left the court to my cousin. She went to be with her mother. Face reluctance. Okay. She left the court to go be with her mother. That's why the thing went down a bit. Okay. I mean, it wasn't his fault, right? Because he didn't decline. It's just she's not president court. She went to go with mother. We'll look at the battle in just a moment. Cousin, hey. I gotta give him one of my books again. Here. Really need her to marry me. She's like, come on, don't want her to get remarried. Any forces here? There's that captain of theirs. He recently became diligent, if I recall. This shall be an easy one. There's someone you have here. Lives in this court. Concubine to his commander. Will you please give me her? Thank you. Make this official. No one else but me. We got him. Capture the mercenary captain himself. That'll pay well. Oh, this will definitely pay well. This will keep it going. I don't need his artifacts. I need the money. We'll defeat him in a battle again. Now let's get out of this drought-ridden country. And because of the war score differences of these two battles of Kinduli, the first and second decisive victories. Great war score difference. Now we need to occupy them. Head to the area where it's tolerable. This way is home of Thieves Guild. Just split up. Get them away from us as soon as possible. And eventually stop themselves here. We didn't capture anyone else. We'll hear the answer from them in a moment. Okay, they've stopped. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, yes, I know we have religious differences and they may not be attracted to me because I'm still infected. Although I could still potentially die, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. You and I are going to get along together. Sorry, Queen Mother, but the court musician minor title will go to Kumara Devi, my new wife. And I will empower you as spouse. Need your help on the management of land and coffers. Because there's a lack of stewardship and we need to get the taxes up. So management of land and coffers. Gain 2 stewardship. Count them 2. So this will get them off in a day. So this will help us out in a bit. So there you have it. And I'll try to sway her more to like me. And maybe after war's end, we'll celebrate Diwali. Hopefully this war will be over before Diwali. Can't guarantee it. Just go on the assault. I don't know when this disease will end, but we will be right close to it. And this area is well supplied as it has a bright summer there. Yes, very well supplied. Here, not so much. A bit volatile. Let's go. There we go. There's the big payment from that ransom. Manichaean faith triumphant. Oh, it's a Zoroastrian. It's a Mazdan issue. Baker and Fools does not concern me. Whoa there. She comes again. Turn around. You know, if you kill off some of the mercenaries, that lowers the payment a bit, so we'll take our time. They're at it again. Battle's just started. But you still have the numerical advantage here. What happened? Took a black eye. Must have been from a duel. We're coming over. If we can come over. But you're taking very little casualties, which is a good sign. Oh, ask politely, my father. You've become wrathful recently. Now. Rough and cruel. What has gotten into you, father? I think the war's changed you. Have you gotten into a duel recently? No, he hasn't. Exterminate innocents? What the hell's the matter with you? But who am I to question him? He's going to do penance. He's our child. He's going to do many missions. Meditation, build a temple, anything. He will get rid of him. He will redeem himself. Promise that. But I'll ask him politely. I think the war's changed him. So did I. So did I. Center's not holding. Thank you for reminding you to do this and all the good stuff. You are right. Of course. For still future. Yeah, I promise not to support factions for standards. We got him broke. Just arrived on the scene. Oh, this is a result of my father. I could have sworn I heard the enemy commander Bikshuni barking orders, but as I searched the jungle, I just got here. A fellow soldier found fortunately she has been spotted cowering in the far back of a tree trunk, most disgracefully behind her troops. I don't know about this because one single blow could kill me, but I'm a better duelist than she is. And I wish to become a better fighter in this war. So let's do it. And plus, this act violates the Jain doctrine of ahimsa, or non-violence. I'm not part of the Samgha, so this is fair game to me in this war. A simple duel for honor or not. Bikshuni has an air of unquestioned confidence about her. When I charge, she snickers. At the end of it all, I'm lying on the ground, after my opponent made sure to swing her spear in a perfect half-circle, causing me to fall backwards, surprised huff. Ah, by the Tirthanankaras, that hurt, woman. She sprained my ankle, but I'm still wounded. It reduces my health slightly, but I'll still live. This is not the end. No. Reduced number of mercenaries means less payment. So, go on the attack here. We'll take care of this peasant revolt. You need to redeem yourself, father. You got a couple of more years in your life. I mean, you'll live as long as Ramagupta. %75% war score now, so we need to occupy territory, so we'll send mercenaries to occupy Ratha, and we'll go to Gada. If the disease does clear out in time, we'll head straight for their capital. We're going in. Cover me. I'm a wounded man. I got a swollen ankle, which, how long will it last? Oh, where is it? Ah, here it is. Until next year, next summer. Recently, I found myself thinking about the Bikshuni and how she bested me on the battlefield. I finally sent a letter to point out the professional respect I bear for her. Even though we were enemies, the woman's been kind enough to respond in a gleeful tone. After all, she's a woman, and she is trying to be a devoted Buddhist. Yeah. Again, she was put in a position here because all the other good commanders are still stuck in court, so she had to fight. So, I would just say, no shame in acknowledging a worthy opponent. Meanwhile, we're putting down this peasant revolt quickly, even though he could have handled it himself, but no. This is for more combat experience on our end. Plus, I'm already a respected commander. I need a few more victories in my name. Let's move out. It's jungle here. I know there must be a way to earn the Maharani's trust, and the best way to learn it is without a doubt talking to her. But what about? About what? I just got this prestige from winning that peasant revolt, so I'll spend it to write a personal letter, explain my desire to know about her and become a good acquaintance. We're gonna face her again. But if there's an opportunity to tell me to duel, just don't get involved at all. She's more than happy to talk to me about her struggles and aspirations. In fact, she seems to have questions for me as well. This is wonderful. You know, with your diplomacy skill and your learning, can you help me get rid of my depression? I mean, you have a very good diplomacy education. But soon will be politically important. When mother-in-law passes, which can be any time. Unfortunately, this war is not going to be over before Diwali. Hold. You know, we would be fighting in their turf. 11 days. We'll be there on 16th. Okay. We're just... What if we get him in a false sense of security? But sieging it would also increase the war score and end the war sooner. So we can, you know, save some of our, you know, some of that army, because we've taken quite a bit of casualties while we're reinforced here. But what's the difference between fighting in forest and the jungle? Forest is an advantage for light of a tree. Actually, fighting in the jungle is much more defensible than it is to fight in the forest. So do let them come. Or just let them bypass and we'll head to... God. It's gone. We have to get there. We have to get to the capital. You know what? Stupid idea. You're going in after him. Well, we'll figure out what's the best way to get there, but unfortunately it's straight on over there. I have no idea which one is the best route. Lure him over here, yes. Here's the thing you could do. Lure him over here. 2, 1, stop. Move again. Move and lock. Stay here. Trick them into coming over there. Smartest move. They're cannon fodder, one would think in modern military terms. We sacrificed ourselves while we head for the capital, because once he's out of there, he's going to be leading the troops, and that's going to spell trouble. And I'm still having an infection. Hold with what you got. You got him. Look out. There. Took you a damn while. Ended right before year's end. Sure, that delays the siege a bit, but nonetheless, good effort. You know, the marshal's the siege master. Put him over here. He'll get it done in a few weeks. And then he has to come over here. Their forces are spent. My tutor has inspired my spy master for the love of the missile philosophy. Thank you, Father, ever since I made you the legal tutor. And you know, since if something bad happens to me, you'll be the designated regent. As always. And despite, you know, me being infected, does it affect my fertility? No. Just the depression. The fertility's at a regular. But remember, you got 1 year. And I've yet to pick up any leadership traits during this conflict. Which I'm sure I'll pick it up in post-war. Very little war score difference. That drought spread it to here. Very well. Come here. Help with the siege. He's out there now. Not if we can take his heirs. Where does he go? They do border. Idea. We're gonna do this whole thing again. You're going in to intercept them. Slow them down, even though this is gonna cause more casualties. Less mercenaries means less of them for us to pay them. So we don't lose as much money. While we will take what they have in that capital, one in that court, even if it's one of their heirs. But I still kind of want to face him and defeat him in battle. You're going to provide a distraction. Hold them here. But you'll get there fast. If you can, but however, wait 2 days. 2, 1, block. Unfortunately, they're gonna get the Jungo. We'll be coming in soon. Just hang on. Okay. Took Lakshmanavati, but we didn't take any prisoners. But I just want to face the king just this one time. You'll be back here. It's quite an interesting war that we're fighting. All is present. Although he'll get the jungle bonus. Lakshmanavati has fallen before me. My troops have collected everyone found within. Now I must decide the fates of the unfortunate. Here's one of their heirs. It's their sons. Here's the queen. There he is. This is the way that... I mean, it's 100% war score, but we want to punish the Pala one more time. To make them so weak that... Remember the original plan. Vakapala doesn't know this. That we're beating the heck out of their military. So that way we'll weaken them enough and we'll start the next conflict with a subjugation war. And particularly here and here, easiest to siege makes it more vulnerable. It'll make our job easier. That's the ultimate part of the plan. All along. You see, this is why I'm the man with the plan. Alright, we shall head to battle. One last time. We're all going to be there. Against the army of the king there. He's dead center. This is just to punish his army one more time. And then we'll all go home. Pay off the mercenaries and the loan. If we capture him, even better. All gone now. Let's head out. Just 1 year. Lasted 1 year. And Vakapala, he did a good job. At least as far as we're concerned. Who else made you a distinguished commander? You know, none of us got involved in any duels except for me, which I received a swollen ankle and wounded from that Bhikshuni of theirs. Which, by the way, where does she live? Is that her? Oh, that's the one. Her temple holding is located from Vijayapura. Prosperous place, despite the drought. Well, we did it. Now you're gonna have to give away some of that territory. I could finally pay off those damn mercenaries. Or we can all go home. I should have go for the skilled fighter because I already got one step of it. Win a few more victories in the next few battles and you'll become a skilled fighter, which actually being a skilled fighter increases your health slightly. Despite the fact that I'm still wounded, still have infection, and depressed. Please return to court. We didn't take that many terrible losses. Ah, then we put you in the throne. And just in time. And also another thing. Due to the importance of the inheritance of the Gupta Kingdom, as well as the future acquisition of the Shantideva Kingdom whenever we put my wife onto the throne, I am actually going to join the Sravaka-Samgha. I'll pay some money there. And the reason for that is lowered fertility. I don't want to have too many children. Never thought I would see these words. Peace be upon you, Maharaja Rajendranarayan. We are delighted by your decision to join our ranks as a lay member, Maharaja. Together we shall strive for the betterment of ourselves and our fellow Jains by following the Anuvrata. Subhasti Pandana Santu. Signed, our child, Rajaganesha, your father. It's a great honor, Father Acharya. Slow gain, but give it time. Hopefully, betterment for myself. And remember, Jain monks swear to abide a number of vows, regulations, essential duties, and restrictions. They dispose all personal property seeking purification and self-realization. It's not exactly a tiny community here, but still. The only difference is that I'm coming in as a Dingambara Jain. And I'll be sure to switch to a much healthier focus next year. Come on, hurry up. Where are you? Make them go faster. Okay, thank you. Set up rally point here. We still got very good numbers. I'm sure most of the vassals I can handle. Ah, yes. Now we can end the plot, because you lack power. Because you have wasted your forces on the Nepalese conflict, and you're about to lose it again. Yes, we can do it right now. Spent most of that purity. Now we can subjugate them because we beat the heck out of the Pala forces so much that we will now subjugate them. Why are you tutoring him? Why aren't you tutoring him? I mean, he's in your court now. I hope nothing bad happens to you, because we need to get it, we need to subjugate him and do it swiftly. And now the ultimate part of the plan. Subjugate them immediately. We'll cap off the episode with that. Hopefully a resolution to an end of a quick conflict. No mercenaries needed. This time. Of course you'll be with us. So this with distinction. Be in our army. Do it quick. Raja recently arrived in Magad, formally presented himself at court. My lord, I'm on a campaign to take my rightful title with the Pandya Raj. Oh, Raj, I'm on the third. With your blessing, I wish to raise support of the Gupta Kingdom for my growing army. All sent its way down south, so... He may recruit in the Gupta Kingdom, but I'm not willing to put my money on it. Offense or defense? That is the question. I want to be like my father, so... A solid rock breaks the best steel. My men will be that rock. I may be a ruthless commander, but I'm not stupid. Not stupid like my brother. Peaceful province removed. This is the current crown focus here. This is Serene province. Get to work on getting that prospered again. This area is recently besieged, so take this area first. And then head straight for the capital. In fact, new administration makes it even easier just to go in and take it. Local rebels funded. And plus, his child may be in there. He's in, he's gone over there. But keep in mind, subjugation means not only win a lot of battles, but also try to occupy as much territory as possible. And you need to do it swiftly. Because I don't know how much time I have left, and how much my father has. But I joined the Samgha for one thing and one thing only. Good job improving relations. It's gone over to Mudgagiri. Vakapala's out there. If we capture him, we win. Turn around. Let him go. We'll get him together. You take this flank, Rajaganesh. It's where everybody is. Rajendranarayan at the center. I have here. Visiting the monastery of which my orders convened. This time I joined my fellow lay members in duly performing all tasks required of us. Eating after a day's hard work, the abbot gathers all the visiting lay members, reveals the monastery's great treasure. A great relic that's been safeguarded here for many generations. That's nice, I guess. Wish I have more traits, because there's room for that, but I also kind of want traits to help improve my health a little bit. Soon that swollen ankle's going to go away, but we hope for a quick resolution. After we defeat them, head straight for the capital. It's very defenseless. Now, whatever you do, don't kill him. Peace be upon you, Sravaka-Samgha. It's been brought to our attention you are perhaps not spending the appropriate effort on matters of theology. We'd like to encourage you to set aside your worldly worries and focus on matters of divine in nature. Excuse me. Of course, Father. Theology focus. Next year, I promise. It's pretty much textbook here. I've learned many lessons from this battle. Aside from the application of theoretical tactics my mentors taught me as a boy, I learned to deftly isolate an opponent in the thick of the front and bring all my focus and concentration to bear upon them, and then, within but a few rounds of melee, to swiftly execute him. I'm proud of my clear progression to a greater warrior. Still, I have more lessons to learn. We got him. Go get there fast. Narasimha, you're up. Rest of you follow suit. Raja Maharshi sent a sycophants to torment me once more, spreading vile rumors about me. He's gone as far as to imply I cannot possibly share any blood with him. My birth must be the result of an illegitimate union. Look who's talking, child of a concubine. I'll convince him to stop, so I'll use my diplomatic skill to convince him to stop trying to antagonize me for some time. Look who's talking. You know who your mother was? As long as he remains in their capital and in hiding, there's a chance that we may take him alive. Assault now. Stop them. As a result, I am now a distinguished commander after winning many victories in my name. Didn't need my father out there. Just take this area quickly. Assault again. Party approaches me with request. That's my father. My lord, I want your permission to travel to pagan lands and spread the Jain faith amongst the unfortunate people. Shall we for the glory of Anjana? Kaferat. Kafekot. Where? Where? God dang it. Kafekot. Thickana. Kafekot. This area here. Zunists live there, they're pagans. No, I will not allow it. Gotta pay interest on it. You know what? Pay back as much as possible. We'll repay the whole loan. We'll get most of our money by looting here. We'll be fine. We'll do alright. Take everyone found prisoner here. Where'd you get that book? Oh, just a courtier who lives there in Jharkhand. So that's another book for you, Father. And you also got a pewter spoon. A good spoon used to eat good food. Interesting. Interesting choice. I have a son. Excellent. Think of a name. Oh, that's a long one. Rajendranarayan. So. Again, they have a large variety of names for Indranarayan. It's quite a name. The Indra, that's a pretty underrated god when you think of Hinduism context. We need to take those holdings and fast. Oh, there they go again. Assault now. Take the area. And attack. I will remember this battle in its finest detail until the end of my days. Sambanath guided my sword into the hearts of a countless number of my foes, raising cheers and battle cries from surrounding men as I cut a path through the enemy. My mastery of personal combat has come a long way, but I'm not the only one who thinks so. Now I'm renowned as a skilled fighter. That increases a little bit of health, prolonging my life a little. Peasant revolt. Okay, I guess I'm glad that it's not related to the Pala conflict. no ambition to become a... like to have a daughter too. Doesn't hurt to have another child. Oh, really? That really knocks the morale down. It's truly an honor to have you here for a while. If I do make it next year, and then I will most definitely take up theology. Yes? No, don't kidnap him. He's a genius. Heavy rain, levy size reduced. Salt. Pay up. Attack. You know, this place is a little garrison. You should besiege that as well. Should assault that. Wait for it. Now assault. 96. Do it. War should be over. Yes. We got it. This area is now subjugated. So we will have the kingdom title of Apollo. Yes, sent you a gift, pressed your claim and all that, and you still feel good, but not so much for you. But if you want control Lakshmanavati, well, how about you fight for it? Because your sons are going to split the realm. Make it easier for me. And hopefully all convert to Bengali culture. Now with the addition of the vassals here, including them, who's clearly gone insane, possess all that. Now all we need is for mother-in-law to pass away, and I should... What happened to sister? Murdered. Oh my god. Slain or injured not. Remember real life death. Well, somebody had to put a bounty on his head for murdering that woman, but now he took... So... Look at all these weak claims, and soon we'll get another one once mother-in-law passes away. My spouse here, we're gonna put her in this throne in the next war. And then, yes, and then we'll control the East. So we finally made some great gains here. That's the only use of that subjugation war, but in the next episode, as Maharaja of Bihar and Bengal, of the whole Gupta Kingdom, that I am trying to, you know, reduce the fertility a little. As I'll be ranking up in the Sravaka-Samgha by taking up a theology focus. And once I become brahmachari, I will take a vow of celibacy, because we don't want to have another son. I thank you for this, but you need to be careful, because, you know, she's a Shaktiist. Well, I'm trying to reduce fertility of my own. So we hope you people enjoyed this episode, which was... At least we'll have a break from all this fighting. So we can go back to work, and scheme the plots, and organize the army. So everybody will be working back to normal in this next episode, But until then, so long for now.